Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Deja and this is the Heritage and Home Crochet Podcast. I'm so happy to be here with you guys today. I have a few goodies to share with you, including a mini yarn haul, among some other things. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So I was able to stop by Michael's as well as the Dollar Tree for the first time in a very long time. Normally Hobby Lobby is my go-to, but I haven't been feeling inspired there lately. So I decided to try something new and I'm going to show you what I got. So starting with the Dollar Tree, I have been trying to get Dollar Tree yarn for the longest time, but they're always sold out. I still have yet to locate any crochet hooks yet, but we'll see. I'll stay on the lookout and then I'll keep you posted. So the yarns that I chose are these three by the brand Just Yarn, or by the brand Premier. The line is Just Yarn. Okay. This is the blue color. It's called Denim. These have 109 yards of yarn in them, a 50 gram ball per each skein, and they are 100% acrylic. So again, this is the color Denim. This is the color Leaf. All the specs are exactly the same. Very pretty green, my favorite color green. And this is the color Chestnut. I don't see the chestnut in this. To me, it's sort of like a not quite burnt sienna. That's what it looks like to me. So yeah, so I got 2 balls of each of these colors and I'm just thinking about making a hat with them. The last time I tried this yarn, it was like a very scratchy acrylic yarn. It was very cheap. You could tell it was just craft yarn. But this definitely feels a lot more premium. So I'm excited to actually make something that I would actually wear with this. So yes, that is that. Now the next thing I have is from Michael's. I have a few things from there. The first of which is this velvet yarn. So I have this Bernat velvet yarn that I bought. This is a giant skein. It is a 5-weight yarn, 315 yards per skein / ball, and this is 100% polyester. So this is a Chanel velvet type of yarn, and typically I'm not really into that, but I did want to break out of my shell and experiment a little bit more. I do have this color, which is Pagoda, and I also have this color, which is Vintage Teal. Pagoda is a really pretty dark teal color, and this is honestly like a very blue seafoam, if that's a good way of putting it. I can't really think of another name for this color, but seafoam. I know seafoam's a little bit greener, but yeah, this kind of reminds me of that. So I was thinking of putting these two together. This skein looks crazy, and this is honestly the one that was the most put together of all the skeins there. One of the skeins didn't even have a ball band on it, which is crazy. Who treats yarn like that? But yeah, I was thinking of making some sort of really soft plushy cardigan with these skeins. But now I'm not sure. I might just make like a really nice plush rectangle shawl or giant scarf with it. I'm really not sure. I think I'll probably get more use out of a cardigan, so I might go for that. But this yarn is kind of pricey. I really won't buy this yarn without a coupon. It's $10 per skein, which I know, I mean, it is quite a lot of yarn, but I don't like it enough for me to pay $10 per skein. That's kind of crazy to me. But I do have one each that I bought today, but I also have another of one of each of these skeins in my yarn stash. So I'm just kind of slowly building up my stash, and this is something I'll work on a little bit down the line. Maybe something that I don't even know if I'll get to within the next 6 months. So I don't really, it's not like high on my priority list, but I just think it'll be kind of cool. So we'll see. I definitely am going to be using a metal hook with these because the plastic will probably drive me nuts. So I will keep you posted on that. The next yarn that I bought was the Patons Beehive Baby yarn. It looks like this. This is in the color Baby Gray Marl, and I really like it. It is like a marl, so there seems to be 2 strands of white and 1 strand of gray, all twisted around each other. This is a light 3-weight yarn, even though it says sport. I'm pretty sure sport weight is a 2-weight yarn. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, it feels really nice. It's super soft, super plush. This is made out of 70% acrylic and 30% nylon, so it does have some stretch in it. I was originally thinking I wanted to make socks with this. For some reason, when I looked at the 70% acrylic as I was looking at the ingredients, I was thinking wool. So I'm really not sure. I don't think the socks will be long wearing, but it would be great practice, and maybe even perhaps come up with my own kind of sock pattern. So we will see how that goes. But this is the yarn, and it's really nice. It's really soft. Oh, I didn't mention it has 328 meters, 359 yards. This is a 100-gram ball, 3.5 ounces. And they tell you on the back some of the things that you can do with it. With 1 ball, you can make a baby hat and a little pair of baby socks. You can use 4 balls to make a baby blanket and 2 balls to make a baby cardigan. Right. And the last yarn that I bought is the Peyton's Kroy sock yarn. I got 2 skeins of this. Even though I was on a bit of a budget, I just had to get this yarn, even though I know it's like such a small skein for $5.99. like, I'm not gonna pay more than I'm not gonna pay more than $4 for most balls of yarn, most skeins of yarn, unless it's like really specialty. But this color was calling out to me. Look how beautiful this is, and it has the perfect name. Guess what it is? Yes, blue raspberry. It's amazing. So I love this. I got 2 balls of this because I just have to attempt to make socks with this. And I love the feeling of Peyton's Kroy yarn. It kind of has this crunchiness to it, and that's how you know they're going to be long lasting. So this is 75% wool and 25% nylon. So it definitely has that stretch and that give, but it also has the wool for sturdiness. So I'm really excited to get working with this. These are 1.75 ounces, 50 grams of yarn, and then 166 yards. Yeah, are you kidding me? $6 for 166 yards. That's literally ridiculous. So that is all for the yarn. I do have another thing that is yarny related, and that is a new crochet hook. This is a Prym hook, and this is in the size O, which is a 12 millimeter. I have never owned a size O hook, but I'm really excited. So I think I have a P hook, but I've never had an O hook. So I'm really excited to start using this because the biggest hook that I have in metal is the size K, and I like it. I just sometimes want something a bit more ergonomic. Now this is made of plastic, but I have one in the size J, and I really enjoy it. So I'm hoping that I would like this for some of my chunkier crochet projects. The only thing is that it's plastic. The yarn is usually made of plastic when it's that big chunky yarn. So I'm hoping it's not going to be super annoying and doesn't have that weird drag when you're trying to crochet with it. So we'll see. But I will take this hook out so you guys can see. This is what it looks like. I like this. I like how it's not completely round all the way around. It's kind of like a circle with squished, so it kind of forms almost like a squished tube, if that makes sense. I don't even know the name of that shape. Kind of like an elliptical, yeah, kind of shape. And I like it. I really do. So it kind of lets you know the direction you should hold it in your hand. Which is really nice. And I love that the head of it is sort of a hybrid head. It really is sort of a hybrid head, so it kind of has that squished feel of, like, it's kind of got that notched out kind of vibe from the Susan Bates, but it is tapered, and that's really nice. And I love when the head hook, like at the very tip, is kind of pushed in, almost kind of like somebody pushed a button and it like pushed in while it was, you know, being made, and I really like that because that is the style that I noticed that the clover hooks are, the amours and the soft grips, and it's also very similar to how the tulip etimo hooks are made, and which are my very, very absolute favorite. So this is the hook. And one thing I do love about Prym hooks is that they are color coded. So every size G or J, whatever, it's kind of like the clover amours, have the same exact color. So I really, really like that. So for the size J that I have, it's a kind of a lime green. The E hook is an orange, and the G hook I think is kind of like a magenta color. So yeah, and then the size is gonna be right on the side right here. I don't know if this camera's gonna focus and show you, but yeah, right there is the size, which is O, right beside the label Prym. And it's really nice. I really like it a lot. I love Prym hooks. They are very affordable, and they are, to me, I like them way better than I like the Furls hooks, which, you know, sorry Furls, but it's just not for me. I own at least 6 Furls hooks, and I'm just, yeah, I'm not a fan. All right, so that is all for, well, that's not all for all the yarn related things. I do have a little package here for a friend that I made, and I made for a friend. Words. Okay, and I want to show you guys what I put inside of her little packaging. Now, all of this came from Hobby Lobby. It's probably my favorite place to shop for crafting. So this is what I got for her. It's this cute little project bag that has a llama with yarn in his hair as a flower crown, and I just think it is so cute. So there's that. Now it's kind of stuffed because I have a bunch of things in here, but the first 2 things are going to be crochet hooks. So this is a friend who she's 12 years old. She's so sweet, and she's new to the art of crocheting, and I wanted to do everything to encourage this habit and this hobby. So I went out and purchased her some things. So here are a couple of crochet hooks. This is the size G. No, this is a size I, and this is a size K. I definitely wanted it to be something that she would find easy to work with, even though these look really tiny. It does not look like a size J if you ask me, or size I if you ask me, but you know, that's what it says. But they're really nice because they're ergonomic, and they have the really nice tip that makes it easy to work with, and they're not the squeaky plastic. They kind of have a gritty type of feel on them. And this is the brand Yarnology from Hobby Lobby, and these are color coded as well, so they have different colors for the different sizes. All right. The other thing I got her, I don't want the ball bands to come off. So I got her this yarn. It's the Yarn Bee line of yarn from Hobby Lobby, and this is the line Stripe Hype. That's this particular yarn is Stripe Hype, and this is in the color Blush Gray. So I don't know if you can tell, but it's kind of like this blush color of pink mixed in with this gray. This is a roving style yarn. It's beautiful. I want to say it is, yeah, it's 8% acrylic and 20% wool. But you could have fooled me. To me, it feels like and looks like 100% wool. And I love it. I love anything roving. I think it just has such a beautiful outcome. So what happened is I visited Rhode Island not too long ago, a few months ago, and that's where she lives, and I brought my crochet, and she saw me working with a roving yarn, and she was like, I've never seen a yarn like that before. And I was like, oh really? And I wanted to get one for her so she can enjoy it. So there's that. Another thing that I have in here, there's only 2 more items left in here, and I made her a matching set, a scarf, which is a really, really beautiful plush pink scarf. I like this scarf a lot. This is made pretty much out of 100% half double crochets, and then there's fringe on the bottom. I made it very long. I wanted it to be nice and long so she can wrap it around however many times she wants and stay nice and cozy in the Rhode Island winter. So there's that. And then I made her a matching ear warmer, twisted ear warmer. So that's how it looks together. It's very, very cozy. I really like it a lot. I really wish I had time to line this, but I really need to get this shipped off to her. I told her I was going to give her this a long time ago, and I still haven't. So I don't have time to put any lining inside of it, but that's what I really wanted to do. So the next time I make one, I will definitely do that. But this is using the Walmart yarn. This is a 100% anti-pilling from Mainstays, and it's really nice. I really like it. It's acrylic yarn. Yeah, and it's really plushy and soft. It's easy to work. Sorry about that, guys. Unfortunately, my camera decided to shut off mid-recording. Again, all of this is new to me. I've never recorded myself like this before. And this camera is new to me as well. This is a camera that my husband had laying around. So I just decided to see if it would work for a video. You let me know how it works out, what you think of it. That is all for all of the yarny type things. I know the video kind of shut off when I was wrapping up about the gift that I made for a friend. There are a couple other things that I would like to share with you guys, if it's okay. These are not yarn related, but they are craft related. I have a fuzz. They are craft related. So I was recently given a sewing machine for absolutely free by one of my family members, and it's just amazing because I've always wanted a sewing machine. I've never been able to get one, but you know, I always thought in my mind like maybe one day I'll get one, and it just kind of never happened because I'm such a crocheter. So since I got the sewing machine, I was really hoping that I can start sewing things. I know that this is a crochet podcast, and I know many people are here just for that, but I did want to start including some of those type of things on the channel. So what I got today at Michael's that pertain to that, the sewing realm of things, is first of all this bolt. I guess it's not a bolt, right? It's just yarn. It's not yarn. I'm so used to saying yarn, but this fabric, I've got to get used to saying that. So this is apparently fabric, tissue from the brand Loops and Threads, which is the Michael's house brand, and it's this really pretty jungle Amazon sort of theme. It's very pretty, very tropical. I love it. And I was thinking that with this I would be able to make an apron, because I feel like it would be the easiest thing to start trying to make, but something that is going to be functional and usable. I'm just not a fan of like making tiny little trinkets I probably will never get any use out of. So I decided to make an apron because I need one, and it will be a wonderful sewing project to start off with. I got this to complement it and kind of serve as the top. It's not very much yarn at all, so I thought it would kind of be nice as the top of the apron, and then I could do my straps and my skirt in this yarn. This is a full yard. Turn it around. And this one, how much is in here? They're both 100% cotton, and this is a 18-inch by 21-inch kind of square of yarn. So those two together, that would be so pretty. You can see more on the back that they do kind of match. Oh, I also didn't bring it in here with me, but I also got a spool of thread, and it's kind of in this dark salmon color as well. So I got that to kind of go with this. I don't know anything about sewing at all, so it might be a disaster, but it might be amazing. And I've always wanted to make my own clothing, so this is a gateway into the future, guys. I'm so excited. And the last thing that I got was this seam ripper. I got some fat quarters a little while ago, just thinking that it would be like nice decoration to place my yarn in. When I finally got my yarn set up how I wanted it to be, I was gonna place some fat quarters of different color, like, you know, pieces of fabric. But now I have them, and I have a sewing machine, so I can practice sewing with that, and, you know, practicing how to, like, you know, sew straight and everything like that. But I know I'm gonna want to be able to rip the seams out and redo them. So that's what I got for that, and we'll see. I don't know what is with this sewing machine. I haven't even had a chance to really investigate it or even watch videos on how it works, but I'm really excited about it. That's all I know, and I am hopeful that things are going to turn out well with it, and I'm glad that I get to share this with you guys as well. So let me know if you like this yarn haul, and anything in here, if you've ever worked with any of the yarns, what you think of them, and then what your current projects are. I always like to hear that kind of thing. I even seek out YouTube videos to see other people's whips and works in progress while I'm crocheting. It's so nice. It just makes me feel like we're in a yarn store together, just crocheting our hearts out. So I'm excited, and I will definitely keep you guys posted on all the things that I start making. I am making really great headway on my traveler's sweater, and I hope to have that done within the next 2 to 3 days. And then the baby blanket that I was making for a friend is pretty much wrapped up. I did a border. I don't quite like the border. I'm gonna rip it out and do it again, and then it'll be on its way. And then the blanket with the Premier Gerber yarn, the Big Bloom Chunky yarn, that one is well on its way as well, but I have to finish the baby blanket first before I can finish really working on that one. So yeah, we will see. I like to keep myself in motion, keep projects on the rise, so I can just pop them out and I don't have a moment to stall. I don't want to stall. So anyways, I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for being with me, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.